Got a question from one of our friends who's got sort of a typical social anxiety situation going on, but he's got a unique problem in that he's very good at what he does. He says that he's developing his mastery in his field of work, and he realizes, or he's come to appreciate through my videos, that by developing himself, developing his mastery in this particular area, at some point perhaps the world will open up to him and he will have the opportunity to meet friends and meet people and meet women, because right now the situation is such that he can't do any of those things. You know, he has aggressively worked towards ridding himself of this social anxiety by actually going out and trying to talk to people. But what he's experiencing, what he believes is happening, is that people are nice to him, you know, they'll smile and say yes, very good, but never really want to go out with him, never really want to do anything with him, and he's feeling lonely. Now he's faced with this situation where he wants to know whether he should just deny himself relationships with other people, women, and immerse himself fully into his mastery with just hopes of perhaps being able to receive in the future. Or does he try to juggle this thing where, do I keep trying? Do I keep trying to develop relationships with people? Because it's not working. And apparently it's not working. I had to sit with this one for a little while, but I want to share something with you. When I first went into business, and when I say that, it's because I do this, because it wasn't necessarily a business. I was a personal trainer in a big box gym, commercial gym. And you had to sell yourself. You had to be a salesperson. You had to sell your services. And this was the very first time in my life that I had to learn a new skill and actually actively engage with people in order to ask them for money, right? It's a very difficult thing to do, especially, when everything's basically handed to you. Most people have jobs where you just get a paycheck. I had to step outside myself and develop the skills associated with offering my services and asking people for money. And it was very uncomfortable. But what I did instinctively, but I now look back and I consider your problem with it, with regard to it, is I motivated the other personal trainers to do better in their sales. You see, I didn't know shit about sales, but when the other trainers were down and kind of, oh man, this sucks, nobody wants to hire me, I always motivated them to do better so that they could get more sales for themselves. And in turn, what really ended up happening was all of my words of encouragement to them really brainwashed myself. They say one of the best ways to learn is to teach. And I taught them sales even though I was no salesman myself. But I tell you what, over time, my sales skills improved to the point where I was the top salesman at that gym. The reason why I relate the story to you is because there is a skill that you would like to develop. There's somewhere that you'd like to grow stronger. And my invitation to you is to find someone who is, in relation to you, weaker, right? Socially weaker. And those who are typically socially weaker, and when I say socially, I just mean that the amount of influence that they have in their environment and in the world, are children. Okay? So my invitation to you is to look for a big brother opportunity. Look for a situation or an organization where, I don't know what country you live in, where there are younger boys who don't have father figures, or just, either they're orphans or whatever the case may be, and they've enrolled in this big brother type program. They exist all over the world, I'm pretty sure. And then, older men go, you're 21 years old. You go there and there's a 9-year-old boy who's like, life sucks. My dad left us when we were a kid. Nobody wants to throw a baseball with me. And you go and you support that kid in becoming the strongest version of himself. Throw the ball with him. Tell him why he's awesome, why he's cool, why that girl in his class will hang out with him. I don't know what 9-year-old boys and girls do, but maybe write love letters or trade stickers or whatever the case may be. But anyway, the point is that he's going to have problems of his own. You're 10 years older than him, 11, 12 years older than him. You have a perspective. Basically what we're doing is we're igniting the law of relativity, basically, contrast, where compared to his situation, you're like Superman, dude. You're 10 times better than him. He's 9 years old and he's got no father figure or no whatever lack there is in his life. He's looking to you to fill for him. And in doing so, in developing and supporting and inspiring others to become stronger versions of themselves, like I said, the best way to learn is to teach. Support him and you will grow stronger. This is not a direct approach. This is a totally indirect approach. This is not going to help you with different skills and tips for being able to get over your social anxiety, but it's going to make you a different type of person. You're going to be the type of person that lifts people up, and in doing so, you will lift yourself up, and you will feel better about yourself. And that will ultimately translate into you being able to get out there and live a life that's worthy of you. Good luck.